am so jealous. I am so jealous. I'm absolutely hungry at the moment. And you know what? I'm going to ask you guys just to eat more for me. Okay, have one and then have one for me as well. Thank you very much. And it looks like you got the perfect recipe. And speaking of recipes, we absolutely love it when we see a publication go from strength to strength the way that we have Rolling Stone over the last 55 years. They went at the forefront of shaping culture, music, and even entertainment in a way like no other. And why did it seem like the perfect time in 2024 to launch Rolling Stone Africa? Well, my friend, we had to bring along the visionary himself who saw this vision and wanted it to become a reality. It is none other than the CEO and founder of the Moancom Group. I am talking about none other than DR. And this morning, I'm so excited that we get to yet again celebrate this beautiful thing that happened in 2024 and allowing it to genuinely just become even better in 2025. Everyone, please can we welcome DR. DR, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me, Zanella.
Of course. DR, I feel like you are just a globetrotter. You're someone who sees all different kinds of cultures all the time and is someone who's inspired by so many different things.
Absolutely.
So talk to me today just about, why it was that you saw a vision for Rolling Stone Africa.
No, that's a great question. So essentially, during my corporate career, I was fortunate enough to travel across Africa. Yeah. So I've been to 20 plus countries. Anglophone countries, francophone, lusophone. And for me, it was great to learn about all these different cultures from one continent and also see how similar we are in many ways. So that's my experience, really.
I love that. So are you saying Africa's special?
Absolutely.
Oh, I love
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
Speaking of special, talk to me about, one of the best stories that you feel like you've covered when it comes to the great work that you guys have been doing in the publication.
I think recently we've covered the story of Uncle Wafo, which to me is a great story, especially for South Africa. So,
and I also feel like she's someone who didn't just allow the rest of the world to know what Amapiano is in a different way.
Absolutely.
But also I feel like, she's putting women DJs out there more than ever, which is incredible.
Absolutely, woman, and she's also a young lady, so a great representation for the youth.
Yeah.
She's a hard worker as well, so, when you look at where she came from and where she is today, I think it's very inspiring.
Yeah.
It inspired me personally, so, I hope the youth as well across the continent will be inspired by her story.
100%. I mean, a woman doing it for herself and honestly killing it. Everyone at the moment, I think, is inspired by her. And also that cover, absolutely everything.
Thank you.
It was really beautiful. But I also know, that when we talk about this joint venture between Rolling Stone US and the Moancom Group, media group rather, I feel like, it really is a beautiful meeting. And I think there's always just the way in which you need to find to kind of make sure it's a symbiotic relationship. Talk to us about that. How were you able to find a voice particularly for Africa and differentiate it from the US publication?
No, absolutely. So I think we wanted to be respectful of the legacy from the US. So as you said, they've been going for 55 plus years.
Yes.
The team is doing a great job there. And we wanted to bring Africa and represent Africa in a special way. So, our market is very different to their market, but I think if we look at music is a unifier. So whether you're based in the US, whether you're based in Africa, I believe we connect through music. And essentially that's the mission that we are on.
Yeah.
And, working with the US, learning from them about the editorial strategy has been great.
Beautiful. And DR, you can be so proud because this was something you saw. It was a vision that you had. Now it's come to fruition. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So what is the vision exactly for 2025? Now you've started. What do you see for it?
Sure. So 2024 was about setting up the foundation. I think we've done that. We wanted to be seen as a Pan-African as well.
Yeah.
We've achieved that now in 2025. We've got some great covers coming out. So, the first 2 months of the year, we've shown the strength of our covers.
Yes.
So we want to carry on doing this. We're also growing the team, so in 2025 you can expect us to set up a base in South Africa.
Nice.
And grow the team organically, essentially. So.
That's incredible. I mean, you know what? Anything that has to do with South Africa, I love it. I love it when we grow in that direction.
Sure.
But I also love the fact that you said your target market is quite different to what Rolling Stone US is looking at.
Absolutely.
How different is it exactly? What does it look like on the African continent?
I think the African continent is very different to the US population. So, we're working with a continent where 70+% of the population is below 30. So we wanted to adapt our content to that market.
Yes.
We also wanted to be inspiring. So, you know, I don't think there are many publications that represent our talents in the right way.
Yeah.
So for us, it was about how do we elevate those stories? How do we tell those stories in a way that not only inspire the youth, but also is a good testimony for and respectful of the work that those talents have been putting on. So.
That's beautiful. And of course, like you're saying, you know, in terms of Africa and just the work that you guys are putting out, you know, why is it so important that Africa's space in the cultural landscape, just in the globe, is solidified?
I think it's about time. You know, when you look at Afro culture, it's been dominating pop culture for a while now. And I think it's only right for us to take the lead in representing our culture. So for me, that's really the mission. And again, it's not a me project, it's a we project. So that's why we're planning to have different offices across the continent and bring all these people together.
Love that. Well, like I said, DR, well done. You guys are doing incredible work.
Thank you.
I mean, it's already started off so strong, so I can only imagine it's going to go from strength to strength. And on top of that, you know, I'm dreaming with you. I'm like, next on the cover, Tyler, Zanele Potalwa, the Expresso presenters. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Oh, no, I'm joking. But DR, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it and all the best.
Thank you.
It is Rolling Stone Africa taking the world by storm, honey. You know that Uncle Waffles was on one of their covers not too long ago. And honestly, it is magnifique. And I can't wait to see more and more of our African artists and also just acts go out and do the most, particularly with Rolling Stone Africa. And right now, I do believe that we still have so much to do. The stone, it continues to roll here on Expresso. Guys, what's still going to be coming up?